Namo Amida Bu. Just a while ago on my other channel, Joshin, the Buddhist Vegetarian, I made a video focusing on experiencing Amida's light in nature. And I want to expound on that. I want to expound on that concept of experiencing Amitabha Buddha's light. And so the title of this video is, what the Buddha means to me. Right now, as I take my vacation during spring and experience nature and experience Buddha's love, I feel such gratitude. When I look at where I am right now, as opposed to where I was when I first went out on my own at age 30, age 29, whatever, the difference is miles, light years apart. And I owe that to Amitabha Buddha. I owe that to Amitabha Buddha's light and life manifesting itself in my life, filling my darkness with his light. And there's no better way to put it than that. Well, I'm sure there is a better way, but my life before I met Amitabha Buddha was darkness, just different shades of darkness. And now, as I grow toward the end of my life, all the worry and the fear and the paranoia and the self-hatred and self-doubt and the obsessing about what people did or didn't do, it's like a bad dream to me. I have my moments when those things, I have glimpses of those things. And I give credit to Amitabha Buddha for this. Amitabha Buddha has opened for me a simple joy, a world of simple joy that I've never known before. I've only dreamed about. Amitabha Buddha has afforded me the ability to know that I can die in peace. Amitabha Buddha has given me the ability, through the saying of his name and entrusting to him, the ability to let go of hate, resentment, rage, anger, unforgiveness. And it's not because I've changed into a more kind, wonderful, calm person. That's not the case at all. It's that I have learned through the teachings of my sensei, Josho Adrian Surlia, how to divert my focus, not to take life so seriously, to realize that this life and all that in it is a dream. There are clouds floating across the sky. And this allows me to just accept that karma is a reality. This allows me to accept the reality of karma and not to try to control life. When I first came out on my own and left my parents' house, I felt like my life was totally out of control, and so I had to control everyone and everything. And all it did was make me more crazy in the head, more neurotic, more emotionally unstable and insecure. It made me look weak, which made me look weak, and which made me the victim of so many people, so many grifters, shysters, jerks, sadists. Thanks to Amitabha Buddha, I know that I have his name. I have his name to recite day and night, 24 hours a day, in my head, in my heart, from my lips. This gives me a confidence I never had before. Now, like I've said, and this is always the disclaimer, I'm a bamboo, I'm a spiritual idiot. I'm going to have relapses from time to time, especially during times of crisis or setbacks or triggers. That's part of being human, especially a human being in the Saha world, in the Dharma ending age of Mappo, which is what we are, all of us. But knowing Amitabha Buddha and taking refuge in reciting his name and focusing upon him through his name has transformed my life, my karma, in a way I could not do on my own. And so what Amida means to me, Amida means life. Amida means freedom from fear and doubt. Amida means the ability to find joy in the mundane, to actually have moments where I enjoy quiet moments instead of wrestling with the chaos ringing in my head. I give Amida all the credit for this, all the honor, all the glory. Amida has set me free from fear of sin, fear of death, fear of sickness, old age, fear of being incapacitated, either mentally, physically, emotionally. Amida is a shelter, a hiding place, an anchor in my life. Amida is my strength. He is my strength, my only strength. Sensei Josho Adrian says, whatever good there is in my life, it comes from Amida, not from my own pitiful merits. I say the same. And I don't just say this as an act of religious devotion, I say this in awe. Because I've experienced the other power of the living Buddha Amida in my life. Miracles are commonplace for a Buddha. But to see and experience the miracles of the Buddha in your own broken life never fails to fill one with a sense of awe, devotion, and respect toward that Buddha. And that Buddha is Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite light and life, the Buddha who brings joy into Dave's life, the Buddha who brings peace into Dave's mind, and the Buddha that brings beauty in nature. Because I see his light everywhere. Even in the darkest recesses of my mind and heart, I experience Buddha. His light penetrates all areas of my life. I don't feel like I need to be ashamed of anything in front of Amida. I don't feel like I need to pretend to be righteous in front of Amida. I don't feel like I have to fall on my face and confess that I'm a sinner. That's a given. That's why I love the fact that in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism we use the term bamboo, which means spiritual idiot. It's a given that we're sinners. It's a given that we have shortcomings. This is part and parcel of what it means to be a human being. And I don't feel like I have to put on some righteous act. I don't feel like I have to become someone I'm not. I'm me. And that's the beauty of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, is that it teaches Amitabha Buddha became a Buddha for beings like me. Amitabha Buddha knew the dire straits that I was in. And all people like me, all beings like me, beings like myself who are incapable of saving themselves through their own merits. Beings like myself who are incapable of truly finding liberation through silent meditation or mindfulness. Beings like myself who can't use their broken mind to fix their broken mind. This is why I rely on other power. This is why I rely on the light and name of Amitabha Buddha. This is why I turn to the image of Amitabha Buddha. This is why I worship and adore Amitabha Buddha, because I am so grateful for where I am right now toward the end of my life. Because I know he's real, because I experience him. I know his pure land is real because I experience him. I know Amitabha Buddha, and he knows me better than I could ever know myself or anything or anyone else. Of course, I know him only in a limited capacity because I am a being of great faults and brokenness, living in this broken realm of bad karma. But I know him nonetheless because I've experienced his love and his light and his support, his daily support. He holds my hand through life. I'm like a child holding on to the hand of Amitabha Buddha. And I walk in this darkened age of Mapo, guided by his light. And that guiding light is his name, Namo Amida Bu, which I say constantly, which is never far from me. Even when I'm distracted, I know I'm connected to Amida Buddha through my faith in him. Because that faith does not come from me. I don't manifest it. It is a gift given to me by him. It is other power faith. It is a faith that goes beyond my capacity to believe or make myself believe. It is a faith that reminds me that at the end of this dark path I live in this realm, there's infinite light and life awaiting me in his pure land. When I leave this world and am born a Buddha in his land. This is real. This is not fantasy. This is the joy and peace of true faith. Because true faith is not something I can concoct on my own. True faith is not something I can make happen. True faith comes from an enlightened being. That enlightened being's name is Amitabha Buddha. And I wanted to take the time to make a video just letting you know what Amida Buddha means to me. Everything. Namo Amida Bu.